Hello, my name is Adam, and this is my reading of the Psalms, chapter 1. Happy is the man that hath not walked in the counsel of the wicked, nor stood in the way of sinners, nor sat in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law doth he meditate day and night. And he shall be like a tree planted by streams of water, that bringeth forth its fruit in its season, and whose leaf doth not wither, and in whatsoever he doeth he shall prosper. Not so the wicked, but they are like the chaff which the wind driveth away. Therefore the wicked shall not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord regardeth the way of the righteous, but the way of the wicked shall perish. Chapter 2. Why are the nations in an uproar? And why do the peoples mutter in vain? The kings of the earth stand up, and the rulers take counsel together, against the Lord and against his anointed. Let us break their bands asunder, and cast away their cords from us. He that sitteth in heaven laugheth, the Lord hath them in derision. Then he will speak unto them in his wrath, and affright them in his sore displeasure. Truly it is I that have established my king upon Zion, my holy mountain. I will tell of the decree. The Lord said unto me, Thou art my son. This day have I begotten thee. Ask of me, and I will give the nations for thine inheritance, and the ends of the earth for thy possession. Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron. Thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. Now, therefore, O ye kings, be wise, be admonished, ye judges of the earth. Serve the Lord with fear, and rejoice with trembling. Do homage in purity, lest he be angry, and ye perish in the way, when suddenly his wrath is kindled. Happy are all they that refuge in him. Chapter 3. A psalm of David, when he fled from Absalom his son. Lord, how many are my adversaries become? Many are they that rise up against me. Many there are that say of my soul, There is no salvation for him in God. Selah. But thou, O Lord, art a shield about me, my glory, and the lifter up of my head. With my voice I call unto the Lord, and he answereth me out of his holy mountain. Selah. I lay me down, and I sleep. I awake, for the Lord sustaineth me. I am not afraid of 10,000s of people that have set themselves against me round about. Arise, O Lord, save me, O my God, for thou hast smitten all mine enemies upon the cheek. Thou hast broken the teeth of the wicked. Salvation belongeth unto the Lord. Thy blessing be upon thy people. Selah. Chapter 4. For the leader, with string music, a psalm of David. Answer me when I call, O God of my righteousness, thou who didst set me free when I was in distress. Be gracious unto me and hear my prayer. O ye sons of men, how long shall my glory be put to shame, in that ye love vanity, and seek after falsehood? Selah. But know that the Lord hath set apart the godly man as his own. The Lord will hear when I call unto him. Tremble and sin not. Commune with your own heart upon your bed, and be still. Selah. Offer the sacrifices of righteousness, and put your trust in the Lord. Many there are that say, Oh, that we could see some good. Lord, lift thou up the light of thy countenance upon us. Thou hast put gladness in my heart, more than when their corn and their wine increase. In peace I both lay me down and sleep, for thou, Lord, makest me dwell alone in safety. Chapter 5. For the leader upon Nehelith, a psalm of David. Give ear to my words, O Lord. Consider my meditation. Hearken unto the voice of my cry, my King and my God, for unto thee do I pray. O Lord, in the morning shalt thou hear my voice. In the morning will I order my prayer unto thee, and will look forward. For thou art not a God that hath pleasure in wickedness. Evil shall not sojourn with thee. The boaster shall not stand in thy sight. Thou hatest all workers of iniquity. Thou destroyest them that speak falsehood. The Lord abhorreth the man of blood and of deceit. But as for me, in the abundance of thy loving kindness will I come unto thy house. I will bow down toward thy holy temple in the fear of thee. O Lord, lead me in thy righteousness, because of them that lie in wait for me. Make thy way straight before my face. For there is no sincerity in their mouth. Their inward part is a yawning gulf. Their throat is an open sepulchre. They make smooth their tongue. Hold them guilty, O God. Let them fall by their own counsels. Cast them down in the multitude of their transgressions, for they have rebelled against thee. And so shall all those that take refuge in thee rejoice, and they shall ever shout for joy, and thou shalt shelter them. Let them also that love thy name exult in thee. For thou dost bless the righteous, O Lord. Thou dost encompass him with favor as with a shield. Chapter 6. For the leader with string music on Sheminith, a psalm of David. O Lord, rebuke me not in thine anger, neither chasten me in thy wrath. Be gracious unto me, O Lord, for I languish away. Heal me, O Lord, for my bones are affrighted. My soul also is sore affrighted, and thou, O Lord, how long? Return, O Lord, deliver my soul. Save me for thy mercy's sake. For in death there is no remembrance of thee. In the nether world who will give thee thanks? I am weary with my groaning. Every night make I my bed to swim. I melt away my couch with my tears. Mine eye is dimmed because of vexation. It waxeth old because of all mine adversaries. Depart from me, all ye workers of iniquity, for the Lord hath heard the voice of my weeping. The Lord hath heard my supplication. The Lord receiveth my prayer. All mine enemies shall be ashamed and sore affrighted. They shall turn back. They shall be ashamed suddenly. Chapter 7. Shiggaion of David, which he sang unto the Lord concerning Cush, a Benjamite. O Lord my God, in thee have I taken refuge. Save me from all them that pursue me, and deliver me, lest he tear my soul like a lion, rending it in pieces, while there is none to deliver. O Lord my God, if I have done this, if there be iniquity in my hands, and if I have requited him that did evil unto me, or spoiled mine adversary unto emptiness, let the enemy pursue my soul, and overtake it, and tread my life down to the earth. Yea, let him lay my glory in the dust. Selah. Arise, O Lord, in thine anger. Lift up thyself in indignation against mine adversaries. Yea, awake for me at the judgment which thou hast commanded. And let the congregation of the peoples compass thee about, and over them return thou on high. O Lord, who ministerest judgment to the peoples, judge me, O Lord, according to my righteousness, and according to mine integrity that is in me. Oh, that a full measure of evil might come upon the wicked, and that thou wouldest establish the righteous. For the righteous God trieth the heart, and reigns. My shield is with God, who saveth the upright in heart. God is a righteous judge, yea, a God that hath indignation every day. And if a man turn not, he will whet his sword. He hath bent his bow, and made it ready. He hath also prepared for him the weapons of death, yea, his arrows, which he made sharp. Behold, he travelleth with iniquity, yea, he conceiveth mischief, and bringeth forth falsehood. He hath digged a pit, and hollowed it, and is fallen into the ditch which he made. His mischief small return upon his own head, and his violence shall come down upon his own pate. I will give thanks unto the Lord according to his righteousness, and will sing praise to the name of the Lord Most High. Psalms chapter 8. For the leader upon the Gittith, a psalm of David. O Lord, our Lord, how glorious is thy name in all the earth, whose majesty is rehearsed above the heavens. Out of the mouth of babes and sucklings hast thou founded strength, because of thine adversaries, that thou mightest still the enemy and the avenger. When I behold thy heavens, the work of thy fingers, the moon and the stars which thou hast established, what is man, that thou art mindful of him, and the Son of man, that thou thinkest of him? Yet thou hast made him but little lower than the angels, and hast crowned him with glory and honor. Thou hast made him to have dominion over the works of thy hands. Thou hast put all things under his feet, sheep and oxen, all of them, yes, and the beasts of the field, the fowl of the air, and the fish of the sea, whatsoever passeth through the paths of the sea. O Lord, our Lord, how glorious is thy name in all the earth. Psalms chapter 9. For the leader upon Muth-labben, a psalm of David. I will give thanks unto the Lord with my whole heart. I will tell of all thy marvelous works. I will be glad and exult in thee. I will sing praise to thy name, O Most High. When mine enemies are turned back, they stumble and perish at thy presence. For thou hast maintained my right and my cause. Thou sattest upon the throne as the righteous judge. Thou hast rebuked the nations. Thou hast destroyed the wicked. Thou hast blotted out their name for ever and ever. O thou enemy, the waste places are come to an end for ever, and the cities which thou didst uproot, their very memorial is perished. But the Lord is enthroned for ever. He hath established his throne for judgment, and he will judge the world in righteousness. He will minister judgment to the peoples with equity. The Lord will also be a high tower for the oppressed, a high tower in times of trouble. And they that know thy name will put their trust in thee, for thou, Lord, hast not forsaken them that seek thee. Sing praises to the Lord, who dwelleth in Zion. Declare among the peoples his doings. For he that avengeth blood hath remembered them. He hath not forgotten the cry of the humble. Be gracious unto me, O Lord. Behold mine affliction at the hands of them that hate me. Thou that liftest me up from the gates of death, that I may tell of all thy praise in the gates of the daughter of Zion, that I may rejoice in thy salvation. The nations are sunk down in the pit that they made, and the net which they hid is their own foot taken. The Lord hath made himself known. He hath executed judgment. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands. Higgaion, Selah. The wicked shall return to the netherworld, even all the nations that forget God. For the needy shall not always be forgotten, nor the expectation of the poor perish forever. Arise, O Lord, let not man prevail. Let the nations be judged in thy sight. Set terror over them, O Lord. Let nations know they are but men. Selah. Psalms chapter 10. Why standest thou afar off, O Lord? Why hidest thou thyself in thy times of trouble? Through the pride of the wicked the poor is hotly pursued. They are taken in the devices that they have imagined. For the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and the covetous vaunteth himself, though he contemn the Lord. The wicked in the pride of his countenance saith, He will not require. All his thoughts are, There is no God. His ways prosper at all times. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight. As for all his adversaries, he puffeth at them. He saith in his heart, I shall not be moved, I who to all generations shall not be in adversity. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and oppression. Under his tongue is mischief and iniquity. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. In secret places doth he slay the innocent. His eyes are on the watch for the helpless. He lieth in wait in a secret place as a lion in his lair. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doth catch the poor, when he draweth him up in his net. He croucheth, he boweth down, and the helpless fall into his mighty claws. He hath said in his heart, God hath forgotten. He hiddeth his face, he will never see. Arise, O Lord, O God, lift up thy hand. Forget not the humble. Wherefore doth the wicked contemn God, and say in his heart, Thou wilt not require. Thou hast seen, for thou beholdest trouble and vexation, to requite them with thy hand. Unto thee the helpless committeth himself. Thou hast been the helper of the fatherless. Break thou the arm of the wicked, and as for the evil man, search out his wickedness till none be found. The Lord is king for ever and ever. and the nations are perished out of his land. Lord, thou hast heard the desire of the humble. Thou wilt direct their heart. Thou wilt cause thine ear to attend, to right the fatherless and the oppressed, that man who is of the earth may be terrible no more. Psalm chapter 11. For the leader, a psalm of David. In the Lord have I taken refuge. How say ye to my soul, flee thou to your mountain, ye birds? For lo, the wicked bend the bow, they have made ready the arrow upon the string, that they may shoot in darkness at the upright in heart. And when the foundations are destroyed, what hath the righteous wrought? And the Lord in his holy temple, the Lord, his throne is in heaven. His eyes behold, his eyelids try the children of men. The Lord trieth the righteous, but the wicked and him that loveth violence his soul hateth. Upon the wicked he will cause to rain coals. Fire and brimstone and burning wind shall be the portion of their cup. For the Lord is righteous, he loveth righteousness. The upright shall behold his face. Psalms chapter 12. For the leader, on the Sheminith, a psalm of David. Help, Lord, for the godly man ceaseth, for the faithful fail from among the children of men. They speak falsehood, every one with his neighbor, with flattering lip, and with a double heart do they speak. And may the Lord cut off all flattering lips, the tongue that speaketh proud things. Who hath said, our tongue will we make mighty, our lips are with us, who is Lord over us? For the oppression of the poor, for the sighing of the needy. Now will I arise, saith the Lord. I will set him in safety at whom they puff. The words of the Lord are pure words, as silver tried in a crucible on the earth, refined 7 times. Thou wilt keep them, O Lord. Thou wilt preserve us from this generation forever. The wicked walk on every side, when vileness is exalted among the sons of men. Psalms chapter 13. For the leader, a psalm of David. How long, O Lord, wilt thou forget me forever? How long wilt thou hide thy face from me? How long shall I take counsel in my soul, having sorrow in my heart by day? How long shall mine enemy be exalted over me? Behold thou and answer me, O Lord my God. Lighten mine eyes, lest I sleep the sleep of death. Lest mine enemies say, I have prevailed against him. Lest mine adversaries rejoice when I am moved. But as for me, in thy mercy do I trust. My heart shall rejoice in thy salvation. I will sing unto the Lord, because he hath dealt bountifully with me. Psalms chapter 14. For the leader, a psalm of David. The fool hath said in his heart, there is no God. They have dealt corruptly, they have done abominably. There is none that doeth good. The Lord looked forth from heaven upon the children of men, to see if there were any man of understanding that did seek after God. They are all corrupt, they are together become impure. There is none that doeth good, no, not one. Shall not all the workers of iniquity know it, who eat up my people as they eat bread, and call not upon the Lord? There are they in great fear, for God is with the righteous generation. Ye would put to shame the counsel of the poor, but the Lord is his refuge. Oh, that the salvation of Israel were come out of Zion. And when the Lord turneth the captivity of his people, let Jacob rejoice, and let Israel be glad. Psalms chapter 15. A psalm of David. Lord, who shall sojourn in thy tabernacle? Who shall dwell upon thy holy mountain? He that walketh uprightly, and worketh righteousness, and speaketh truth in his heart, that hath no slander upon his tongue, nor doeth evil to his fellow, nor taketh up a reproach against his neighbor, in whose eyes a vile person is despised, but he honoureth them that fear the Lord. He that sweareth to his own hurt and changeth not. He that putteth not out his money on interest, nor taketh a bribe against the innocent. He that doeth these things shall never be moved. Psalms chapter 16. Michtam of David. Keep me, O God, for I have taken refuge in thee. I have said unto the Lord, Thou art my Lord. I have no good but in thee. And as for the holy that are in the earth, they are the excellent, in whom is all my delight. Let the idols of them be multiplied, that make suit unto another. Their drink offerings of blood will I not offer, nor take their names upon my lips. O Lord, the portion of mine inheritance, and of my cup thou maintainest my lot. The lines are fallen unto me in pleasant places. Yea, I have a goodly heritage. I will bless the Lord, who hath given me counsel. Yes, in the night seasons my reins instruct me. I have set the Lord always before me, and surely he is at my right hand. I shall not be moved. Therefore my heart is glad, and my glory rejoiceth, and my flesh also dwelleth in safety. For thou wilt not abandon my soul to the nether world, and neither wilt thou suffer thy godly one to see the pit. Thou makest me to know the path of life. In the presence is fullness of joy. In thy right hand bliss for evermore. Psalms chapter 17. A prayer of David. Hear the right, O Lord. Attend unto my cry. Give ear unto my prayer from lips without deceit. Let my judgment come forth from thy presence. Let thine eyes behold equity. Thou hast tried my heart. Thou hast visited it in the night. Thou hast tested me, and thou findest not that I had a thought which should not pass my mouth. As for the doings of men, by the word of thy lips I have kept me from the ways of the violent. My steps have held fast to thy paths, my feet have not slipped. As for me, I call upon thee, for thou wilt answer me. O God, incline thine ear unto me. Hear my speech. Make passing great thy mercies, O thou that savest by thy right hand from assailants, them that take refuge in thee. Keep me as the apple of the eye. Hide me in the shadow of thy wings, and from the wicked that oppress, my deadly enemies, that compass me not. Their gross heart they have shut tight, with their mouth they speak proudly. At our every step they have now encompassed us, and they set their eyes to cast us down to earth. He is like a lion that is eager to tear in pieces, and like a young lion lurking in secret places. Arise, O Lord, confront him, cast him down. Deliver my soul from the wicked by thy sword. From men by thy hand, O Lord, from men of the world, whose portion is in this life, and whose belly thou fillest with thy treasure, who have children in plenty, and leave their abundance to their babes. As for me, I shall behold thy face in righteousness. I shall be satisfied when I awake with thy likeness. Psalms chapter 18. For the leader, a psalm of David the servant of the Lord, who spoke unto the Lord the words of this song, in the day that the Lord delivered him from the hand of all his enemies, and from the hand of Saul. And he said, I love thee, O Lord, my strength. The Lord is my rock, and my fortress, and my deliverer. My God, my rock, in him I take refuge, my shield and my horn of salvation, my high tower. Praised, I cry, is the Lord, and I am saved from mine enemies. The cords of death compassed me, and the floods of Belial assailed me. The cords of Sheol surrounded me, the snares of death confronted me. In my distress I called upon the Lord and cried unto my God. Out of his temple he heard my voice, and my cry came before him unto his ears. Then the earth did shake and quake, the foundations also of the mountains did tremble. They were shaken, because he was wroth. Smoke arose up in his nostrils, and fire out of his mouth did devour. Coals flamed forth from him. He bowed the heavens also, and came down, and thick darkness was under his feet. And he rode upon a cherub, and did fly. Yes, he did swoop down upon the wings of the wind. He made darkness his hiding place, his pavilion round about him, darkness of waters, thick clouds of the skies. At the brightness before him there passed through his thick clouds hailstones and coals of fire. The Lord also thundered in the heavens, and the Most High gave forth his voice, hailstones and coals of fire. And he sent out his arrows and scattered them, and he shot forth lightnings and discomfited them. And the channels of waters appeared, and the foundations of the world were laid bare at thy rebuke, O Lord, and the blast of the breath of thy nostrils. He sent from on high, he took me, he drew me out of many waters. He delivered me from mine enemy most strong, and from them that hated me, for they were too mighty for me. They confronted me in the day of my calamity, but the Lord was a stay unto me. He brought me forth also into a large place. He delivered me because he delighted in me. The Lord rewarded me according to my righteousness, according to the cleanness of my hands hath he recompensed me. For I have kept the ways of the Lord, and have not wickedly departed from my God. For all his ordinances were before me, and I put not away his statutes from me. And I was single-hearted with him, and I kept myself from mine iniquity. Therefore hath the Lord recompensed me according to my righteousness, according to the cleanness of my hands in his eyes. With the merciful thou dost show thyself merciful. With the upright man thou dost show thyself upright. With the pure thou dost show thyself pure, and with the crooked thou dost show thyself subtle. For thou dost save the afflicted people, but the haughty eyes thou dost humble. For thou dost light my lamp. The Lord my God doth lighten my darkness. For by thee I run upon a troop, and by my God do I scale a wall. And as for God, his way is perfect. And the word of the Lord is tried. He is a shield unto all them that take refuge in him. For who is God, save the Lord? And who is a rock, except our God? And the God that girdeth me with strength, and maketh my way straight. who maketh my feet like hinds, and setteth me upon my high places, who traineth my hands for war, so that mine arms do bend a bow of brass. Thou hast also given me thine shield of salvation, and thy right hand hath holden me up, and thy condescension hath made me great. Thou hast enlarged my steps under me, and my feet have not slipped. I have pursued mine enemies, and overtaken them. Neither did I turn back till they were consumed. I have smitten them through, so that they are not able to rise. They are fallen under my feet. For thou hast girded me with strength unto the battle. Thou hast subdued under me those that rose up against me. Thou hast also made mine enemies turn their backs unto me, and I did cut off them that hate me. They cried, but there was none to save, even unto the Lord, but he answered them not. Then did I beat them small as the dust before the wind. I did cast them out as the mire of the streets. Thou hast delivered me from the contentions of the people. Thou hast made me the head of the nations. A people whom I have not known serve me. As soon as they hear of me, they obey me. The sons of the stranger dwindle away before me. The sons of the stranger fade away and come trembling out of their close places. The Lord liveth, and blessed be my rock, and exalted be the God of my salvation. And even the God that executeth vengeance for me, and subdueth peoples under me. He delivereth me from mine enemies. Yes, thou liftest me up above them that rise up against me. Thou deliverest me from the violent man. Therefore I will give thanks unto thee, O Lord, among the nations, and will sing praises unto thy name. Great salvation giveth he is to his king, and showeth mercy to his anointed, to David and to his seed for evermore. Psalms chapter 19. For the leader, a psalm of David. The heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament showeth his handiwork. Day unto day uttereth speech, and night unto night revealeth knowledge. There is no speech, there are no words, neither is their voice heard. Their line is gone out through all the earth, and their words to the end of the world. In them hath he set a tent for the sun, which is as a bridegroom coming out of his chamber, and rejoiceth as a strong man to run his course. His going forth is from the end of the heaven, and his circuit unto the ends of it, and there is nothing hid from the heat thereof. The law of the Lord is perfect, restoring the soul. The testimony of the Lord is sure, making wise the simple. The precepts of the Lord are right, rejoicing the heart. The commandment of the Lord is pure, enlightening the eyes. The fear of the Lord is clean, enduring forever. The ordinances of the Lord are true, they are righteous altogether. More to be desired are they than gold, yes, than much fine gold, sweeter also than honey and the honeycomb. Moreover, by them is thy servant warned. In keeping of them there is great reward. Who can discern his errors? Clear thou me from hidden faults. Keep back thy servant also from presumptuous sins, that they may not have dominion over me. Then shall I be faultless, and I shall be clear from great transgression. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable before thee, O Lord, my rock and my redeemer. Psalms chapter 20. For the leader, a psalm of David. The Lord answer thee in the day of trouble. The name of the God of Jacob set thee up on high. Send forth thy help from the sanctuary, and support thee out of Zion. Receive the memorial of all thy meal offerings, and accept the fat of thy burnt sacrifice. Selah. Grant thee according to thine own heart, and fulfill all thy counsel. We will shout for joy in thy victory, and in the name of our God we will set up our standards. The Lord fulfill all thy petitions. Now know I that the Lord saveth his anointed. He will answer him from his holy heaven with the mighty acts of his saving right hand. Some trust in chariots, and some in horses, but we will make mention of the name of the Lord our God. They are bowed down and fallen, but we are risen and stand upright. Save the Lord. Let the kings answer us in the day that we call. Psalms chapter 21. For the leader, a psalm of David. O Lord, in thy strength the king rejoiceth, and in thy salvation how greatly doth he exult. Thou hast given him his heart's desire, and the request of his lips thou hast not withholden. Selah. For thou meetest him with choicest blessings. Thou settest a crown of fine gold on his head. He asked life of thee. Thou gavest it him, even length of days forever and ever. His glory is great through thy salvation. Honor and majesty dost thou lay upon him. For thou makest him most blessed forever. Thou makest him glad with joy in thy presence. For the king trusteth in the Lord, yes, in the mercy of the Most High. He shall not be moved. Thy hand shall be equal to all thine enemies. Thy right hand shall overtake those that hate thee. Thou shalt make them as a fiery furnace in the time of thine anger. The Lord shall swallow them up in his wrath, and the fire shall devour him. Their fruits shalt thou destroy from the earth, and their seed from among the children of men. For they intended evil against thee. They imagined a device wherewith they shall not prevail. For thou shalt make them turn their back. Thou shalt make ready with thy bowstrings against the face of them. Be thou exalted, O Lord, in thy strength, so will we sing and praise thy power. Psalms chapter 22. For the leader, upon Ajeleth ha-Shahar, a psalm of David. My God, why hast thou forsaken me, and art far from my help at the words of my cry? O my God, I call by day, but thou answerest not, and at night, and there is no surcease for me. Yet thou art holy, O thou that art enthroned upon the praises of Israel. In thee did our fathers trust, they trusted, and thou didst deliver them. Unto thee they cried and escaped, in thee they trust, and were not ashamed. But I am a worm, and no man, a reproach of men, and despised of the people. All they that see me laugh me to scorn. They shoot out the lip, they shake the head. And let him commit himself unto the Lord. Let him rescue him. Let him deliver him, seeing he delighteth in him. For thou art he that took me out of the womb. Thou madest me trust when I was upon my mother's breasts. Upon thee I have been cast from my birth. Thou art my God from my mother's womb. Be not far from me, for trouble is near, for there is none to help. And many bulls have encompassed me. Strong bulls of Bashan have beset me round. They open wide their mouth against me, as a ravaging and a roaring lion. I am poured out like water, and all my bones are out of joint. My heart is become like wax, it is melted in mine inmost parts. My strength is dried up like potsherd, and my tongue cleaveth to my throat, and thou layest me in the dust of death. For dogs have encompassed me, a company of evildoers have enclosed me. Like a lion, they are at my hands and my feet. I may count all my bones. They look and gloat over me. They part my garments among them, and for my vesture do they cast lots. But thou, O Lord, be not far off. O thou my strength, hasten to help me, and deliver my soul from the sword, mine only one from the power of the dog. Save me from the lion's mouth. Yes, from the horns of the wild oxen do thou answer me. I will declare thy name unto my brethren. In the midst of the congregation will I praise thee. Ye that fear the Lord, praise him. All ye, the seed of Jacob, glorify him, and stand in awe of him. All ye, the seed of Israel. For he hath not despised nor abhorred the lowliness of the poor, neither hath he hid his face from him. But when he cried unto him, he heard. From thee cometh my praise in the great congregation. I will pay my vows before them that fear him. Let the humble eat and be satisfied. Let them praise the Lord that seek after him. May your heart be quickened forever. All the ends of the earth shall remember and turn unto the Lord, and all the kindreds of the nations shall worship before thee. And for the kingdom is the Lord's, he is the ruler over the nations. And all the fat ones of the earth shall eat and worship, and all they that go down to the dust shall kneel before him, and even he that cannot keep his soul alive. A seed shall serve him. It shall be told of the Lord unto the next generation. They shall come and shall declare his righteousness unto a people that shall be born, that he hath done it. Psalms chapter 23. A psalm of David. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He guideth me in straight paths for his name's sake. Yes, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. And thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. And thou hast anointed my head with oil, and my cup runneth over. And surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Psalm chapter 24. A psalm of David. The earth is the Lord's, and the fullness thereof, the world, and they that dwell therein. For he hath founded it upon the seas, and established it upon the floods. Who shall ascend into the mountain of the Lord? And who shall stand in his holy place? He that hath clean hands and a pure heart, who hath not taken my name in vain, and hath not sworn deceitfully. He shall receive a blessing from the Lord, and righteousness from the God of his salvation. Such is the generation of them that seek after him, that seek thy face, even Jacob. Selah. Lift up your heads, O ye gates, and be ye lifted up, ye everlasting doors, that the King of glory may come in. Who is the King of glory? The Lord strong and mighty, The Lord mighty in battle. Lift up your heads, O ye gates. Yes, lift them up, ye everlasting doors, that the King of glory may come in. Who then is the King of glory? The Lord of hosts, he is the King of glory. Selah. Psalms chapter 25. A psalm of David. Unto thee, O Lord, do I lift up my soul. O my God, in thee have I trusted, and let me not be ashamed, and let not mine enemies triumph over me. Yes, none that wait for thee shall be ashamed. They shall be ashamed that deal treacherously without cause. Show me thy ways, O Lord. Teach me thy paths. Guide me in thy truth, and teach me, for thou art the God of my salvation. For thee do I wait all the day. Remember, O Lord, thy compassions and thy mercies, for they have been from of old. And remember not the sins of my youth, nor my transgressions. And according to thy mercy, remember thou me, for thy goodness' sake, O Lord. And good and upright is the Lord. Therefore doth he instruct sinners in the way. He guideth the humble in justice, and he teacheth the humble his way. All the paths of the Lord are mercy and truth unto such as keep his covenant and his testimonies. For thy name's sake, O Lord, pardon mine iniquity, for it is great. What man is he that feareth the Lord? Him will he instruct in the way that he should choose. His soul shall abide in prosperity, and his seed shall inherit the land. The counsel of the Lord is with them that fear him, and his covenant to make them know it. Mine eyes are ever toward the Lord, for he will bring forth my feet out of the net. Turn thee unto me, and be gracious unto me, for I am solitary and afflicted. The troubles of my heart are enlarged. O bring thou me out of my distresses. See mine affliction and my travail, and forgive all my sins. Consider how many are mine enemies, and the cruel hatred wherewith they hate me. O keep my soul and deliver me. Let me not be ashamed, for I have taken refuge in thee. Let integrity and uprightness preserve me, because I wait for thee. Redeem Israel, O God, out of all his troubles. Psalms chapter 26. A psalm of David. Judge me, O Lord, for I have walked in mine integrity, and I have trusted in the Lord without wavering. Examine me, O Lord, and try me. Test my reins and my heart, for thy mercy is before mine eyes, and I have walked in thy truth. I have not sat with men of falsehood, neither will I go in with dissemblers. I hate the gathering of evildoers, and will not sit with the wicked. I will wash my hands in innocency, so will I compass thine altar, O Lord, that I may make the voice of thanksgiving to be heard, and tell of all thy wondrous works. Lord, I love the habitation of thy house, and the place where thy glory dwelleth. Gather not my soul with sinners, nor my life with men of blood, in whose hands is craftiness, and their right hand is full of bribes. But as for me, I will walk in mine integrity. Redeem me, and be gracious unto me. My foot standeth in an even place. In the congregations will I bless the Lord. Psalms chapter 27. A psalm of David. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the stronghold of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? When evildoers came upon me to eat up my flesh, even mine adversaries and my foes, they stumbled and fell. Though a host should encamp against me, my heart shall not fear. And though war should rise up against me, even then will I be confident. And one thing I have asked of the Lord, that will I seek after, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to behold the graciousness of the Lord, and to visit early in his temple. For he concealeth me in his pavilion in the day of evil. He hideth me in the covert of his tent. He lifteth me up upon a rock. And now shall my head be lifted up above mine enemies round about me. And I will offer in his tabernacle sacrifices with trumpet sound. I will sing, yes, I will sing praises unto the Lord. Hear, O Lord, when I call with my voice, and be gracious unto me, and answer me. And in thy behalf my heart hath said, seek ye my face, thy face, Lord, will I seek. Hide not thy face from me. Put not thy servant away in anger. And thou hast been my help. Cast me not off, neither forsake me, O God of my salvation. For thou, my father and my mother, have forsaken me. The Lord will take me up. Teach me thy way, O Lord, and lead me in an even path, because of them that lie in wait for me. Deliver me not over unto the will of mine adversaries, for false witnesses are risen up against me, and such as breathe out violence. If I had not believed to look upon the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. Wait on the Lord, be strong, and let thy heart take courage. Yes, wait, though, for the Lord. Psalms chapter 28. A psalm of David. Unto thee, O Lord, do I call, my rock. Be not thou deaf unto me, lest, if thou be silent unto me, I become like them that go down into the pit. Hear the voice of my supplications when I cry unto thee, when I lift up my hands toward thy holy sanctuary. Draw me not away with the wicked, and with the workers of iniquity, who speak peace with their neighbors, but evil is in their hearts. Give them according to their deeds, and according to the evil of their endeavors. Give them after the work of their hands. Render to them their desert. Because they give no heed to the works of the Lord, nor to the operation of his hands, he will break them down and not build them up. Blessed be the Lord, because he hath heard the voice of my supplications. And the Lord is my strength and my shield. And in him hath my heart trusted, and I am helped. Therefore my heart greatly rejoiceth, and with my song will I praise him. The Lord is a strength unto them, and he is a stronghold of salvation to his anointed. Save thy people, and bless thine inheritance, and tend them, and carry them forever. Psalms chapter 29. A psalm of David. Ascribe unto the Lord, O ye sons of might. Ascribe unto the Lord glory and strength. Ascribe unto the Lord the glory due unto his name. Worship the Lord in the beauty of holiness. The voice of the Lord is upon the waters. The God of glory thundereth. Even the Lord upon many waters. The voice of the Lord is powerful. The voice of the Lord is full of majesty. The voice of the Lord breaketh the cedars. Yes, the Lord breaketh in pieces the cedars of Lebanon. He maketh them also to skip like a calf, Lebanon and Sirion like a young wild ox. The voice of the Lord heweth out flames of fire. The voice of the Lord shaketh the wilderness. The Lord shaketh the wilderness of Kadesh. The voice of the Lord maketh the hinds to calve, and strippeth the forests bare. And in his temple all say, Glory. The Lord sat enthroned at the flood. Yes, the Lord sitteth as king forever. The Lord will give strength unto his people. The Lord will bless his people with peace. Psalms chapter 30. A psalm, a song at the dedication of the house of David. I will extol thee, O Lord, for thou hast raised me up, and hast not suffered mine enemies to rejoice over me. O Lord my God, I cried unto thee, and thou didst heal me. O Lord, thou broughtest up my soul from the netherworld. Thou didst keep me alive, that I should not go down to the pit. Sing praise unto the Lord, O ye his godly ones, and give thanks to his holy name. For his anger is but for a moment, his favor is for a lifetime. Weeping may tarry for the night, but joy cometh in the morning. Now I had said in my security, I shall never be moved. And thou hadst established, O Lord, in thy favor my mountain as a stronghold. Thou didst hide thy face. I was affrighted. Unto thee, O Lord, did I call, and unto the Lord I made supplication. What profit is there in my blood when I go down to the pit? Shall the dust praise thee? Shall it declare thy truth? Hear, O Lord, and be gracious unto me. Lord, be thou my helper. Thou didst turn for me my mourning into dancing. Thou didst loose my sackcloth, and gird me with gladness, so that my glory may sing praise to thee, and not be silent. O Lord my God, I will give thanks unto thee forever. Psalms chapter 31. For the leader, a psalm of David. In thee, O Lord, have I taken refuge. Let me never be ashamed. Deliver me in thy righteousness. Incline thine ear unto me. Deliver me speedily. Be thou to me a rock of refuge, even a fortress of defense to save me. For thou art my rock and my fortress. Therefore, for thy name's sake, lead me and guide me. Bring me forth out the net that they have hidden for me, for thou art my stronghold. Into thy hand I commit my spirit. Thou hast redeemed me, O Lord, thou God of truth. I hate them that regard lying vanities, but I trust in the Lord. I will be glad and rejoice in thy loving kindness, for thou hast seen mine affliction. Thou hast taken cognizance of the troubles of my soul, and thou hast not given me over into the hand of the enemy. Thou hast set my feet into a broad place. Be gracious unto me, O Lord, for I am in distress. Mine eye wasteth away with vexation, yes, my soul and my body. For my life is spent in sorrow, and my years in sighing. My strength faileth because of mine iniquity, and my bones are wasted away. Because of all mine adversaries I am become a reproach, yes, unto my neighbors exceedingly, and a dread to mine acquaintance. They that see me without flee from me. I am forgotten as a dead man out of mind. I am like a useless vessel. For I have heard the whispering of many, terror on every side. While they took counsel together against me, they devised to take away my life. But as for me, I have trusted in thee, O Lord. I have said, Thou art my God. My times are in thy hand. Deliver me from the hand of mine enemies, and from them that persecute me. Make thy face to shine upon thy servant. Save me in thy loving kindness. O Lord, let me not be ashamed, for I have called upon thee. And let the wicked be ashamed, and let them be put to silence in the netherworld. And let the lying lips be dumb, which speak arrogantly against the righteous, with pride and contempt. O how abundant is thy goodness, which thou hast laid up for them that fear thee, which thou hast wrought for them that take their refuge in thee, in the sight of the sons of men. Thou hiddest them in the covert of thy presence from the plottings of man. Thou concealest them in a pavilion from the strife of tongues. Blessed be the Lord, for he hath shown me his wondrous loving kindness in an entrenched city. And as for me, I said in my haste, I am cut off from before thine eyes. And nevertheless thou heardest the voice of my supplications when I cried unto thee. O love the Lord, all ye his godly ones. The Lord preserveth the faithful, and plentifully repayeth him that acteth haughtily. Be strong, and let your heart take courage, all ye that wait for the Lord. Psalms chapter 32. A psalm of David. Mashiel. Happy is he whose transgression is forgiven, whose sin is pardoned. Happy is the man unto whom the Lord counteth not iniquity, and in whose spirit there is no guile. And when I kept silence, my bones wore away through my groaning all the day long. For day and night thy hand was heavy upon me, and my sap was turned as in the droughts of summer. Selah. I acknowledged my sin unto thee, and mine iniquity have I not hid. And I said, I will make confession concerning my transgressions unto the Lord. And thou that forgavest the iniquity of my sin. Selah. For this let every one that is godly pray unto thee in a time when thou mayest be found. And surely, when the great waters overflow, they will not reach unto him. And thou art my hiding place, and thou wilt preserve me from the adversary, and with songs of deliverance thou wilt compass me about. Selah. I will instruct thee and teach thee in the way which thou shalt go. I will give counsel, mine eye being upon thee. Be ye not as the horse, or as the mule, which have no understanding, whose mouth must be held in with bit and bridle, that they come not near unto thee. And many are the sorrows of the wicked, but he that trusteth in the Lord, mercy compasseth him about. Be glad in the Lord and rejoice, ye righteous, and shout for joy, all ye that are upright in the heart. Psalms chapter 33. Rejoice in the Lord, O ye righteous. Praise is comely for the upright. Give thanks unto the Lord with harp. Sing praises unto him with psaltery of 10 strings. Sing unto him a new song. Play skillfully amid shouts of joy. And for the new word of the Lord is upright, and all his work is done in faithfulness. He loveth righteousness and justice, and the earth is full of the loving kindness of the Lord. And by the word of the Lord were the heavens made, and all the host of them by the breath of his mouth. He gathered the waters of the sea together as a heap. He layeth up the deeps in storehouses. And let all the earth fear the Lord, and let all the inhabitants of the world stand in awe of him. For he spoke, and it was, and he commanded, and it stood. And the Lord bringeth the counsel of the nations to naught, and he maketh the thoughts of the peoples to be of no effect. And the counsel of the Lord standeth for ever, and the thoughts of his heart to all generations. Happy is the nation whose God is the Lord, and the people whom he hath chosen for his own inheritance. The Lord looketh from heaven, he beholdeth all the sons of men, and from the place of his habitation he looketh intently upon all the inhabitants of the earth. He that fashioneth the hearts of them all, that considereth all their doings. A king is not saved by the multitude of a host. A mighty man is not delivered by great strength. A horse is a vain thing for safety, and neither doth it afford escape by its great strength. Behold, the eye of the Lord is toward them that fear him, toward them that wait for his mercy, to deliver their soul from death, and to keep them alive in famine. Our soul hath waited for the Lord, and he is our help and our shield. And for in him doth our heart rejoice, because we have trusted in his holy name. And let thy mercy, O Lord, be upon us, according as we have waited for thee. Psalms chapter 34. A psalm of David, when he changed his demeanor before Abimelech, who drove him away, he departed. I will bless the Lord at all times. His praise shall continually be in my mouth. My soul shall glory in the Lord. The humble shall hear thereof and be glad. O magnify the Lord with me, and let us exalt his name together. I sought the Lord, and he answered me, and delivered me from all my fears. They looked unto him, and were radiant, and their faces shall never be abashed. This poor man cried, and the Lord heard, and saved him out of all his troubles. The angel of the Lord encampeth round about them that fear him, and delivereth them. O consider and see that the Lord is good. Happy is the man that taketh refuge in him. O fear the Lord, ye his holy ones, for there is no want to them that fear him. The young lions do lack and suffer hunger, but they that seek the Lord want not any good things. Come, ye children, and hearken unto me, and I will teach you the fear of the Lord. Who is the man that desireth life, and loveth days, that he may see good therein? Keep thy tongue from evil, and thy lips from speaking guile. Depart from evil, and do good. Seek peace, and pursue it. The eyes of the Lord are toward the righteous, and his ears are open unto their cry. The face of the Lord is against them that do evil, and to cut off the remembrance of them from the earth. They cried, and the Lord heard, and delivered them out of all their troubles. And the Lord is nigh unto them that are of a broken heart, and saveth such as are of a contrite spirit. And many are the ills of the righteous, but the Lord delivereth him out of them all. He keepeth all his bones, and not one of them is broken. And evil shall kill the wicked, and they that hate the righteous shall be held guilty. And the Lord redeemeth the soul of his servants, and none of them that take refuge in him shall be desolate. Psalms chapter 35. A psalm of David. Strive, O Lord, with them that strive with me. Fight against them that fight against me. Take hold of shield and buckler, and rise up to my help. Draw out also the spear and the battle axe. Against them that pursue me, say unto my soul, I am thy salvation. Let them be ashamed and brought to confusion that seek after my soul. Let them be turned back and be abashed that devise my hurt. Let them be as chaff before the wind, the angel of the Lord thrusting them. Let their way be dark and slippery, the angel of the Lord pursuing them. For without cause have they hid for me the pit, even their net, without cause have they digged for my soul. Let destruction come upon him unawares, and let his net that he hath hid catch himself. With destruction let him fall therein. And my soul shall be joyful in the Lord, it shall rejoice in his salvation. And all my bones shall say, Lord, who is like unto thee, who deliverest the poor from him that is too strong for him, yes, the poor and the needy from him that spoileth him. Unrighteous witnesses rise up, and they ask me of things that I know not, and they repay me evil for good. Bereavement is come to my soul. But as for me, when they were sick, my clothing was sackcloth. I afflicted my soul with fasting, and my prayer, may it return into my own bosom. I went about as thought it had been my friend or my brother. I bowed down mournful, as one that mourneth for his mother. But when I halt, they rejoice, and gather themselves together. And the abjects gather themselves together against me, and those whom I know not, they tear me, and cease not. And with the profanest mockeries of backbiting, they gnash at me with their teeth. Lord, how long wilt thou look on? Rescue my soul from their destructions, mine only one from the lions. I will give thee thanks in the great congregation. I will praise thee among a numerous people. Let them not Let not them that are wrongfully mine enemies rejoice over me, neither let them wink with the eye that hate me without a cause. For they speak not peace, but they devise deceitful matters against them that are quiet in the land. Yes, they open their mouth wide against me. They say, Aha, aha, our eye hath seen it. Thou hast seen, O Lord. Keep not silence. O Lord, be not far from me. Rouse thee, and awake to my judgment, even unto my cause, my God and my Lord. Judge me, O Lord my God, according to thy righteousness, and let them not rejoice over me. Let them not say in their heart, Aha, we have our desire. Let them not say, We have swallowed him up. Let them be ashamed and abashed together that rejoice at my hurt. Let them be clothed with shame and confusion that magnify themselves against me. Let them shout for joy and be glad that delight in my righteousness. Yes, let them say continually, Magnified be the Lord, who delighteth in the peace of his servant. And my tongue shall speak of thy righteousness and of thy praise all the day. Psalms chapter 36. For the leader, a psalm of David, the servant of the Lord. Transgression speaketh to the wicked. Methinks there is no fear of God before his eyes. For it flattereth him in his eyes, until his iniquity be found, and he be hated. The words of his mouth are iniquity and deceit. He hath left off to be wise, to do good. He deviseth iniquity upon his bed. He setteth himself in a way that is not good. He abhorreth not evil. Thy loving kindness, O Lord, is in the heavens. Thy faithfulness reacheth unto the skies. Thy righteousness is like the mighty mountains. Thy judgments are like the great deep. Man and beast thou preservest, O Lord. How precious is thy loving kindness, O God, and the children of men take refuge in the shadow of thy wings. They are abundantly satisfied with the fatness of thy house, and thou makest them drink of the river of thy pleasures. For with thee is the fountain of life, and in thy light do we see light. O continue thy loving kindness unto them that know thee, and thy righteousness to the upright in heart. Let not the foot of pride overtake me, and let not the hand of the wicked drive me away. There are the workers of iniquity fallen. They are thrust down and are not able to rise. Psalms chapter 37. A psalm of David. Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against them that work unrighteousness. For they shall soon wither like the grass, and fade as the green herb. Trust in the Lord, and do good. Dwell in the land, and cherish faithfulness. So shalt thou delight thyself in the Lord, and he shall give thee in the petitions of thy heart. Commit thy way unto the Lord. Trust also in him, and he will bring it to pass. And he will make thy righteousness to go forth as the light, and thy right as the noonday. Resign thyself unto the Lord, and wait patiently for him. And fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass. And cease from anger, and forsake wrath, and fret not thyself, it tendeth only to evil doing. For evildoers shall be cut off, but those that wait for the Lord, they shall inherit the land. And yet a little while, and the wicked is no more. Yes, thou shalt look well at his place, and he is not. But the humble shall inherit the land, and delight themselves in the abundance of peace. The wicked plotteth against the righteous, and gnasheth it at him with his teeth. The Lord doth laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming. The wicked have drawn out the sword, and have bent their bow, to cast down the poor and needy, to slay such as are upright in the way. Their sword shall enter into their own heart, and their bows shall be broken. And better is a little that the righteous hath than the abundance of many wicked. For the arms of the wicked shall be broken, but the Lord upholdeth the righteous. The Lord knoweth the days of them that are wholehearted, and their inheritance shall be forever. They shall not be ashamed in the same time of evil, and in the days of famine they shall be satisfied. For the wicked shall perish, and the enemies of the Lord shall be as the fat of lambs. And they shall pass away in smoke, and they shall pass away. And the wicked borroweth, and payeth not, but the righteous dealeth graciously, and giveth. For such as are blessed of him shall inherit the land, and they that are cursed of him shall be cut off. It is of the Lord that a man's goings are established, and he delighted in his way. Though he fall, he shall not be utterly cast down, for the Lord upholdeth his hand. I have been young, and now am old. Yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. And all the day long he dealeth graciously, and lendeth, and his seed is blessed. And depart from evil, and do good, and dwell for evermore. For the Lord loveth justice, and forsaketh not his saints. They are preserved for ever. But the seed of the wicked shall be cut off. And the righteous shall inherit the land, and dwell therein for ever. And the mouth of the righteous uttereth wisdom, and his tongue speaketh justice. The law of his God is in his heart, and none of his steps slide. And the wicked watcheth the righteous, and seeketh to slay him. And the Lord will not leave him in his hand, nor suffer him to be condemned when he is judged. And wait for the Lord, and keep his way, and he will exalt thee to inherit the land. And when the wicked are cut off, thou shalt see it. And I have seen the wicked in great power, and spreading himself like a leafy tree in its native soil. But one passed by, and, lo, he was not. Yes, I sought him, but he could not be found. And mark the man of integrity, and behold the upright. For there is a future for the man of peace. But transgressors shall be destroyed together, and the future of the wicked shall be cut off. But the salvation of the righteous is of the Lord, and he is their stronghold in the time of trouble. And the Lord helpeth him, and delivereth them, and he delivereth them from the wicked, and saveth them, because they have taken refuge in him. Psalms chapter 38. A psalm of David. to make memorial. O Lord, rebuke me not in thine anger, neither chasten me in thy wrath. For thine arrows are gone deep into me, and thy hand is come down upon me. And there is no soundness in my flesh because of thine indignation, neither is there any health in my bones because of my sin. For mine iniquities are gone over my head. As a heavy burden, they are too heavy for me. And my wounds are noisome, they fester because of my foolishness. I am bent and bowed down greatly. I go mourning all the day. For my loins are filled with burning, and there is no soundness in my flesh. I am benumbed and sore crushed. I groan by reason of the moaning of my heart. Lord, all my desire is before thee, and my sighing is not hid from thee. And my heart fluttereth, and my strength faileth me. As for the light of mine eyes, it also is gone from me. My friends and my companions stand aloof from my plague, and my kinsmen stand afar off. They also that seek after my life lay snares for me, and they that seek my hurt speak craftily devices, and utter deceits all day. But I am as a deaf man, I hear not, and I am as a dumb man that openeth not his mouth. Yes, I am become as a man that heareth not, and in whose mouth are no arguments. For in thee, O Lord, do I hope. Thou wilt answer, O Lord my God. For I said, lest they rejoice over me, when my foot slippeth, they magnify themselves against me. For I am ready to halt, and my pain is continually before me. For I do declare mine iniquity, and I am full of care because of my sin. But mine enemies are strong in health, and they that hate me wrongfully are multiplied. And they also that repay evil for good are adversaries unto me, because I follow the thing that is good. And forsake me not, O Lord, O my God, be not far from me. Make haste to help me, O Lord, my salvation. Psalms chapter 39. For the leader, for Jeduthun, a psalm of David. I said, I will take heed to my ways, that I sin not with my tongue. I will keep a curb upon my mouth, while the wicked is before me. I was dumb with silence. I held my peace, had no comfort, and my pain was held in check. And my heart waxed hot within me. While I was musing, the fire kindled. Then spoke I with my tongue. Lord, make me to know mine end, and the measure of my days. What it is, let me know how short-lived I am. And behold, thou hast made my days as handbreadths, and mine age is as nothing before thee. And surely every man at his best estate is altogether vanity. Selah. Surely man walketh as a mere semblance, and surely for vanity they are in turmoil. He heapeth up riches, and knoweth not who shall gather them. And now, Lord, what wait I for? My hope, it is in thee. And deliver me from all my transgressions, and make me not the reproach of the base. I am dumb. I open not my mouth, because thou hast done it. Remove thy stroke from off me. I am consumed by the blow of thy hand. With rebukes dost thou chasten man for iniquity, and like a moth thou makest his beauty to consume away. And surely every man is vanity. Selah. Hear my prayer, O Lord, and give ear unto my cry. Keep not silence at my tears, for I am a stranger with thee, a sojourner, as all my fathers were. And look away from me, that I may take comfort before I go hence and be no more. Psalms chapter 40. For the leader, a psalm of David. I waited patiently for the Lord, and he inclined unto me, and heard my cry. He brought me up also out of the tumultuous pit, out of the miry clay, and he set my feet upon a rock, and he established my goings. And he hath put a new song in my mouth, and even praise unto our God. And many shall see and fear, and shall trust in the Lord. And happy is the man that hath made the Lord his trust, and hath not turned unto the arrogant, nor unto such as fall away treacherously. And many things hast thou done, O Lord my God, and even thy wonderful works, and thy thoughts toward us. There is none to be compared unto thee. If I would declare and speak of them, they are more than can be told. In sacrifice and meal offering thou hast no delight in, and mine ears hast thou opened. Burnt offering and sin offering hast thou not required. And then said I, Lo, I am come with the roll of a book which is prescribed for me. I delight to do thy will, O my God. Yes, thy law is in my inmost parts. I have preached righteousness in the great congregation. Lo, I did not refrain my lips. O Lord, thou knowest. I have not hid thy righteousness within my heart. I have declared thy faithfulness and thy salvation. I have not concealed thy mercy and thy truth from the great congregation. Though, O Lord, wilt thou not thy compassions from me? Let thy mercy and thy truth continually preserve me. For innumerable evils have compassed me about. Mine iniquities have overtaken me, so that I am not able to look up. They are more than the hairs of my head, and my heart hath failed me. Be pleased, O Lord, to deliver me. O Lord, make haste to help me. Let them be ashamed and abashed together that seek after my soul to sweep it away. Let them be turned backward and brought to confusion that delight in my hurt. Let them be appalled by reason of their shame that say unto me, Aha, aha. Let all those that seek thee rejoice and be glad in thee. Let such as love thy salvation say continually, The Lord be magnified. But as for me, that am poor and needy, the Lord will account it unto me. Thou art my help and my deliverer, O my God, tarry not. Psalms chapter 41. For the leader, a psalm of David. Happy is he that considereth the poor. The Lord will deliver him in the day of evil. The Lord preserve him, and keep him alive. Let him be called happy in the land, and deliver not thou him unto the greed of his enemies. The Lord support him upon the bed of illness, and mayest thou turn all his lying down in his sickness. And as for me, I said, O Lord, be gracious unto me. Heal my soul, for I have sinned against thee. And mine enemies speak evil of me. And when shall he die, and his name perish? And if one come to see me, he speaketh falsehood. His heart gathereth iniquity to itself, and when he goeth abroad, he speaketh of it. And all that hate me whisper together against me. Against me do they devise my hurt. An evil thing cleaveth fast unto him, and now that he lieth, he shall rise up no more. Yes, my own familiar friend, in whom I trusted, who did eat of my bread, hath lifted up his heel against me. But thou, O Lord, be gracious unto me, and raise me up, that I may requite them. By this I know that thou delightest in me, that mine enemy doth not triumph over me. And as for me, thou upholdest me because of mine integrity, and settest me before thy face forever. And blessed be the Lord, the God of Israel, from everlasting and to everlasting. Amen and amen. Psalms chapter 42. For the leader, Machiel, of the sons of Korah. As the hart panteth after the water brooks, so panteth my soul after thee, O God. My soul thirsteth for God, for the living God. When shall I come and appear before God? My tears have been my food day and night, while they say unto me all the day, Where is thy God? These things I remember, and pour out my soul within me. How I passed on with the throng, and led them to the house of God, with the voice of joy and praise, a multitude keeping holy day. Why art thou cast down, O my soul? And why moanest thou within me? Hope thou in God, for I shall yet praise him for the salvation of his countenance. O my God, my soul is cast down within me. Therefore do I remember thee from the land of Jordan, and the Hermons from the hill Mizar. Deep calleth unto deep at the voice of thy cataracts. All thy waves and thy billows are gone over me. And by the day the Lord will command his loving kindness, and in the night of his song shall be with me, even a prayer unto the God of my life. I will say unto God my rock, Why hast thou forgotten me? Why go I mourning under the oppression of the enemy? As with a crushing in my bones, mine adversaries taunt me. And while they say unto me all the day, Where is thy God? Where art thou cast down, O my soul? And why moanest thou within me? Hope thou in God, for I shall yet praise him, the salvation of my countenance and my God. Psalms chapter 43. Be thou my judge, O God, and plead my cause against an ungodly nation. O deliver me from the deceitful and unjustful man. For thou art the God of my strength. Why hast thou cast me off? Why go I mourning under the oppression of the enemy? O send out thy light and thy truth. Let them lead me. Let them bring me unto thy holy mountain, and to thy dwelling places. Then will I go unto the altar of God, unto God, my exceeding joy, and praise thee upon the harp, O God, my God. Why art thou cast down, O my soul? And why moanest thou within me? Hope thou in God, for I shall yet praise him, the salvation of my countenance and my God. Psalms chapter 44. For the leader, a psalm of the sons of Korah, Maschil. O God, we have heard with our ears, our fathers have told us, a work thou didst in their days, in the days of old. And thou with thy hand didst drive out their nations, and didst plant them in. Thou didst break the peoples, and didst spread them abroad. For not by their own sword did they get the land in possession, neither did their own arm save them, but thy right hand and thine arm and the light of thy countenance, because thou wast favorable unto them. Thou art my King, O God. Command the salvation of Jacob. And through thee do we push down our adversaries, through thy name do we tread them under that rise up against us. For I trust not in my bow, and neither can my sword save me. But thou hast saved us from our adversaries, and hast put them to shame that hate us. And in God we have gloried all the day, and we will give thanks unto thy name forever. Selah. Yet thou hast cast off and brought us to confusion, and goest not forth with our hosts. Thou makest us to turn back from the adversary, and they that hate us spoil at their will. Thou hast given us like sheep to be eaten, and hast scattered us among the nations. Thou sellest thy people for small gain, and hast not set their prices high. And thou makest us taunt to our neighbors, a scorn and a derision to them that are round about us. Thou makest us byword among the nations, a shaking of the head among the peoples. And all the day is my confusion before me, and the shame of my face hath covered me, for the voice of him that taunteth and blasphemeth by reason of the enemy and the revengeful. And all this is come upon us. Yet have we not forgotten thee, neither have we been false to thy covenant. Our heart is not turned back, and neither have our steps declined from thy path. Though thou hast crushed us into a place of jackals, and covered us with the shadow of death, if we had forgotten the name of our God, or spread forth our hands to a strange God, would not God search this out? For he knoweth the secrets of the heart. Nay, but for thy sake are we killed all the day. We are accounted as sheep for the slaughter. Awake! Why sleepest thou, O Lord? Arouse thyself. Cast not off forever. And wherefore hidest thou thy face, and forgettest our affliction and our oppression? For our soul is bowed down to the dust, and our belly cleaveth unto the earth. Arise for our help, and redeem us for thy mercy's sake. Psalms chapter 45. For the leader, upon Shoshanim, a psalm of the sons of Korah, Mashiel, a song of loves. My heart overfloweth with a goodly matter. I say, my work is concerning a king. My tongue is the pen of a ready writer. And thou art fairer than the children of men, and grace is poured upon thy lips. Therefore God hath blessed thee forever. And gird thy sword upon thy thigh, O mighty one, thy glory and thy majesty, and in thy majesty prosper. Right on, in behalf of truth and meekness and righteousness, and let thy right hand teach thee tremendous things. Thine arrows are sharp, and the peoples fall under thee, and they sink into the heart of the king's enemies. Thy throne, given of God, is for ever and ever. A scepter of equity is the scepter of thy kingdom. Thou hast loved righteousness and hated wickedness, and therefore God, thy God, hath anointed thee with the oil of gladness above thy fellows. Myrrh and aloes and cassia are all thy garments. Out of ivory palaces stringed instruments have made thee glad. Kings' daughters are among thy favorites. At thy right hand doth stand the queen in gold of Ophir. Hearken, O daughter, and consider and incline thine ear, and forget also thine own people, and thy father's house. And so shall the king desire thy beauty, for he is thy Lord, and do homage unto him. And, O daughter of Tyre, the richest of the peoples shall entreat thy favor with a gift. All glorious is the king's daughter within the palace, and her raiment is of checker work inwrought with gold. She shall be led unto the king on richly woven stuff, the virgins her companions and her train being brought unto thee. They shall be led with gladness and rejoicing. They shall enter into the king's palace. Instead of thy fathers shall be thy sons, whom thou shalt make princes in all the land. I will make thy name to be remembered in all generations. Therefore shall the peoples praise thee forever and ever. Psalms chapter 46. For the leader, a psalm of the sons of Korah, upon Alamoth, a song. God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Therefore will we not fear, though the earth do change, and though the mountains be moved into the heart of the seas. Though the waters thereof roar and foam, though the mountains shake at the swelling thereof. Selah. There is a river, the streams whereof make glad the city of God, the holiest dwelling place of the Most High. God is in the midst of her. She shall not be moved. God shall help her at the approach of morning. Nations were in tumult, kingdoms were moved. He uttered his voice, the earth melted. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our high tower. Selah. Come, behold the works of the Lord, who hath made desolations in the earth. He maketh wars to cease to the end of the earth. He breaketh the bow. He cutteth the spear in sunder. He burneth the chariots in fire. Let be, and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our high tower. Selah. Psalms chapter 47. For the leader, a psalm for the sons of Korah. O clap your hands, all ye peoples. Shout unto God with the voice of triumph. For the Lord is most high, awful, a great king over all the earth. He subdueth peoples under us, and nations under our feet. He chooseth our inheritance for us, the pride of Jacob, whom he loveth. Selah. God is gone up amidst shouting, the Lord amidst the sound of the horn. Sing praises to God, sing praises unto our King, sing praises, for God is the King of all the earth. Sing ye praises in a skillful song. God reigneth over the nations, God sitteth up on his holy throne. The princes of the peoples are gathered together, the people of the God of Abraham. For unto God belong the shields of the earth. He is greatly exalted. Psalms chapter 48. A song, a psalm of the sons of Korah. Great is the Lord, a highly to be praised, in the city of our God, his holy mountain. Fair in situation, the joy of the whole earth, even Mount Zion, the uttermost parts of the north, the city of the great King. God in her palaces hath made himself known for a stronghold. For lo, the kings assembled themselves, they came onward together. They saw straightway that they were amazed, they were affrighted, they hastened away. Trembling took hold of them there, pangs as of women in travail. With the east wind thou breakest the ships of Tarshish. As we have heard, so have we seen. In the city of the Lord of hosts, in the city of our God, God established it forever. Selah. We have thought on thy loving kindness, O God, in the midst of thy temple. As thy name, O God, is thy praise unto the ends of the earth. Thy right hand is full of righteousness. Let Mount Zion be glad. Let the daughters of Judah rejoice, because of thy judgments. Walk about Zion, and go round about her. Count the towers thereof. Mark ye well her ramparts, traverse her palaces, that ye may tell it to the generation following. For such is God, our God, forever and ever. He will guide us eternally. Psalms chapter 49. For the leader, a psalm of the sons of Korah. Hear this, all ye peoples, give ear, all ye inhabitants of the world, both low and high, rich and poor, together. My mouth shall speak wisdom, and the meditation of my heart shall be understanding. I will incline mine ear to a parable. I will open my dark saying upon the harp. Wherefore should I fear in the days of evil, when the iniquity of my supplanters compasseth me about? Of them that trust in their wealth, and boast themselves in the multitude of their riches. No man can by any means redeem his brother, nor give to God a ransom for him. For too costly is the redemption of their soul, and must be let alone forever, that he should still live always, that he should not see the pit. For he seeth that wise men die, and the fool and the brutish together perish, and leave their wealth to others. Their inward thought is, that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. But man abideth not in honor. He is like the beasts that perish. This is the way of them that are foolish, and of those who after them approve their sayings. Selah. Like sheep, they are appointed for the nether world. Death shall be their shepherd, and the upright shall have dominion over them in the morning, and their form shall be for the nether world to wear away, that there be no habitation for it. But God will redeem my soul from the power of the nether world, for he shall receive me. Selah. Be not thou afraid when one waxeth rich, when the wealth of his house is increased. For when he dieth he shall carry nothing away. His wealth shall not descend after him. Though while he lived he blessed his soul, men will praise thee. And when thou shalt do well to thyself, it shall go to the generation of his fathers, and they shall never see the light. And man that is in honor understandeth not. He is like the beasts that perish. Psalms chapter 50. A psalm of Asaph. God, God, the Lord hath spoken, and called the earth from the rising of the sun unto the going down thereof. Out of Zion, the perfection of beauty, God hath shined forth. Our God cometh, and doth not keep silence. A fire devoureth before him, and round about him it stormeth mightily. He calleth to the heavens above, and to the earth, and that he may judge his people. Gather my saints together unto me, those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice. And the heavens declare his righteousness, for God, he is judge. Selah. Hear, O my people, and I will speak, O Israel, and I will testify against thee. God, thy God, am I. I will not reprove thee for thy sacrifices, and thy burnt offerings are continually before me. I will take no bullock out of thy house, nor he-goats out of thy folds. For every beast of the forest is mine, and the cattle upon 1,000 hills. I know all the fowls of the mountains, and the wild beasts of the field are mine. If I were hungry, I would not tell thee, for the world is mine, and the fullness thereof. Do I eat the flesh of bulls, or drink the blood of goats? Offer unto God the sacrifice of thanksgiving, and pay thy vows unto the Most High. And call upon me in the day of trouble, and I will deliver thee, and thou shalt honor me. But unto the wicked God saith, What hast thou to do to declare my statutes, and that thou hast taken my covenant in thy mouth? And seeing thou hatest instruction, and castest my words behind thee, when thou sawest a thief, thou hadst company with him, and with adulterers was thy portion. And thou hast let loose thy mouth for evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit. And thou sittest and speakest against my brother, thy brother, though slanderest thine own mother's son. These things hast thou done, and should I have kept silence, thou hadst thought that I was altogether such a one as thyself. But I will reprove thee, and set the cause before thine eyes. Now consider this, ye that forget God, lest I tear in pieces, and there be none to deliver. Whoso offereth the sacrifice of thanksgiving honoureth me, and to him that ordereth his way aright will I show the salvation of God.